Hi guys, welcome to the Channel of Love. I'm jumping on quickly to bring you a weekend energy guidance reading. I've got a few decks I'm going to use, but I think first of all I'm just going to pull just a bit of a storyboard. Let's have a look how the energies are looking out there for this weekend. We can get ourselves a bit of a story. We start off with the Emperor. So the Emperor is somebody who wants to keep control of his life, remain in control. There are children here in the background, so it could be that I want to say he's considering options basically for future that are going to be beneficial to his children. With the Emperor role here, just actually having a look at those two children now, it's like he's got plans. He's very protective over those children. Again, we've got children here with bringing balance. What brings balance to the children? So we have an Emperor here on his own with two children, and we have a masculine here on his own with two children, trying to bring balance here. It's going to be an interesting read. Well, this is about wrapping up a way that things used to be done, and going on to a new beginning. It's the World card. So it's a point in our life where we can no longer continue to do things that way. We would have to wrap up cycles though before we can actually move on to a brand new beginning. But I'm feeling this is very much to do with children, this reading. This is, it's kind of a stop card, a surrender card, where you can no longer continue doing things that way and it's time to surrender. It's like you keep getting hurt every time you try and do it a certain way. That is underneath the Emperor, so about having control issues and wanting to control everything. When it looks like it's balance that's needed. This is when the universe kind of, helps you to balance out things. So you could have been going through a really, really tough time, and then all of a sudden, it's like it is karma, really. It's the scales will balance out, and that's the Six of Pentacles. So, and they're balancing out so that you can wrap up a cycle that no longer works for you. You can move on to another one. We have the Surrender card here. So it's kind of, you just keep getting hurt every time. It's maybe time to try something different. Let go, let down your guard with the Emperor energy. If you let down your guard, it should bring in balance. Well, it's time for planning. So planning is definitely on the mind here, which you can kind of see with the Emperor. It's like the world is in one hand and then there's a rod here that's waiting to be offered to somebody. Somebody to plan your future with. That would come in well with the independent masculine energy with the children here. And that could be surrendering to taking control of doing it all by yourself. We've got you're unhappy, discontented, bored, stubborn, refusing to see other options. There's like a mermaid there just looking in. But it's like you're not accepting any help, not wanting any help. Let's get one more row. You know the truth about something. You've gone within, so I imagine being in solitude. The Emperor here does look like he is contemplating things. And the Hermit is about going within to Discover the real truths behind situations. A realization of the truth. It's kind of ancient wisdom. So inner guidance, following your own light. Well, there's the void. So this is the Hermit card, which means you've gone within, okay, to take solitude. It's the only time that you can heal. When you're healing, you need to go within for the Hermit to find out your own truth. And then we have the Eight of Cups, which is the void. So the Eight of Cups is you've tried those 8 cups and they've not really been satisfying enough for you. So you're off. You're off to go and discover what's in the two. Okay, now the Two of Cups is spiritual union. That's really meeting your soulmate. But on the way to finding your two, which is, you know, this is an independent emperor energy. He needs an empress. But on the way to finding the two, you obviously have to come to the Nine of Cups, which is about you doing what's right for you, all the way up to the point where, until you choose the partner that you're going to, you know, co-create with, build a future with. So the Hermit's here. You're off in search of this two. First, you would need to find yourself, which you find within the Hermit. And then you have enough love to be able to share with others, or to share your life with others. And that's exactly what it looks like here. Looks like there could be children involved that you're wanting to obviously build a future with them and bring balance for yourself. Let's get one more. Well, you're thinking logically. The King of Swords here is somebody that it does speak the truth, analysing the situation, wants the truth as well. So there is this searching, seeking for the truth. Let's have a look what's at the bottom. Passion's been ignited. So I'm feeling wanting to share your life. Well, this boredom, discontentment and unhappiness here is not very soul satisfying. Looks like on a quest for passion. Beautiful butterfly there. Okay. Rider-Waite Tarot. Bottom of the deck there, the Weld. About wrapping up a cycle for a new one to begin. I'm going to clarify this Emperor, find out a little bit more about him. Well, he wants to be a knight in shining armour. Okay, and he is looking for his Empress, which looks like will complete things. So he is looking for his counterpart and actually wanting to rush in and I feel like claim her, rescue. I don't know. Maybe she'll rescue him. Even though he's charging in, I'm not sure. Maybe he's looking for his own rescue. This balance. Six of Pentacles, bringing in this balance now. Again, the King of Swords, thinking logically now. Knowing what's true. This world, wrapping up this cycle so a new one can begin. Okay. Time to make a choice. It's decision time. Which cup will you choose? Because you've tried 8 and you're not really satisfied with them, so it's decision time again. You go into the void to make that decision. It's kind of one in the middle that you can't really see. It's about going into the unknown and following your heart, your intuition. You can see what the others are. Which one's most appealing? So it is decision time. And then we have this surrender card where it's time to kind of stop doing things this way. I feel like it's just you're hurting yourself, especially with the Emperor energy, because he's just very stern and stubborn. And he's not very adaptable to change. So, yeah, it's Wheel of Fortune. So this is destiny. Oh, and it's divinely orchestrated. So, the Empress and Empress. The Emperor and Empress. The Empress and Empress. The Emperor and Empress are meant to be together. It's destiny. The wheel's about to turn. There is that surrender that needs to take place. And there's the Hierophant. So this could involve marriage. This about doing things right. Traditions, belief systems, maybe changing the way that things are done. Doing things for you. Your way. What sits right with you. Not what's right for others. This Two of Wands, let's have a look. It's about planning, making an offer. Well, somebody is leaving somewhere, so they are starting a new life. They're taking what they can, and they're off to start new beginnings. And they're off to, their Ten of Pentacles. That is the legacy. If you have a look, it's about, and it is always a man that's depicted in this picture. He's an older gentleman that has his children around him and his grandchildren, and they all look, you know, really in awe to the grandparents, just for the legacy. It's a very happy life. It's like you're respected, loved and cared for, the contribution you bring, and you're very well respected. It's that's the legacy you really want to create, especially as most of us do strive to be, you know, a really good role model, especially masculine energies. It's very important. Children are very important. And this looks like it's about doing what's right, not just for yourself, but what's for your children. We have the Four of Cups here, which is this very unhappy energy. Feeling left out in the cold, and also the transition. So actually being able to leave the life that you have onto a new one. So that unhappiness now could be about you feeling left out in the cold. If you're on your own in the Emperor energy, you will need a feminine energy to balance you out. King of Pentacles, so wanting stability, security, plus it's a husband card. So it could be wanting marriage. The Hierophant there does speak of marriage. Let's have a look at this Hermit energy. It's going in to find the truth, really. Taking time out to heal as well. Wanting to speak the truth now. That's the Queen of Swords. She cuts out anything that no longer serves her and really wants the truth. So this is a card of wanting to speak the truth. And cutting out things that no longer serve you. The Void here with the Eight of Cups is where you've gone. You're taking a leap of faith. That's the Fool card. It's about new beginnings. It's starting again very light. And with this packing up, taking whatever you can, which probably won't be a lot. Just knowing who you are and what you're going after is enough. And taking that leap of faith. I've got two here for that King of Swords. Yeah, passion. At the bottom of the last deck was this passion's been ignited, and this is the Page, so it's a bit more of an immature energy. So it looks like this Emperor energy is feeling rather passionate and wanting that now in his life, and wanting passionate new adventures. Heartache, getting over it, the loss, moving on from the past, leaving it in the past, just taking the lessons and the love. And healing. So much healing needs to take place after this. But it's only you that can kind of pull them three swords out. And once you do that, then you allow your heart to heal and then grow. What's the bottom of the deck? Strength. Now, this is really what the Empress and Emperor energy would be, because the Empress is the only one that really can control the Emperor. And they're very good for one another. They bring balance, which is shown here. So she can kind of tame his beast, but he needs to learn to tame his own beast and really kind of get a grips of the emotions here. So it's about having strength, compassion, integrity, and acting from that place to do what's right, even though it can be tough. If you're in this place of love and peacefulness, you can approach any situation. You really are kind of protected. And that's the kind of energy here. A very gentle, compassionate energy. Let's bring some unicorns into this. Let's see what the unicorns want to say. Love from your parents. No matter what, your mother and father love you as much as they can. With the Emperor energy here, we can pick up some of our belief systems from our parents, and we kind of get stuck in ways that we can do things. And it is okay to change them templates, and it is okay to do things the way that you want to do them. Sometimes we take on these belief systems that aren't ours, and we assume that we're meant to follow the same path. And, you know, actually, no matter what, your parents love you as much as they can. That could be even feeling that maybe you wasn't loved. We all try and do what's right for our children. That's what the whole of this reading seems to be about. Is about making that right choice, not just for yourself, but actually for the legacy you're going to leave, the life that you're going to choose to create, and who with. But you've got love from your parents, so you'll know that no matter what, as long as it's the right choice for you, that's all they're really going to want, is for you to make yourself happy. Sometimes our parents just never tell us that, but we know deep down as a parent. We can maybe try and take a bit too much control over it, can't we? Of our children's futures. Happy parents, happy children. It says imagine. What would you see, feel, think and hear if your wish come true? So let's imagine this new future then, because it looks like it's decision time. What does it look like? Keep it positive. It's like raise your expectations of your own capabilities. Imagine the life that you do truly want to create for yourself and your children. What does that look like? Forgive. It's time to let go of anger or blame. I'm going to read this one. And then we have laughter. You need a good laugh. Okay, maybe we'll read those two. What am I working with? The unicorns. Now, am I going to be able to? I can see you. Let's read the forgive card first. Are you blaming someone or something? Are you feeling angry? This card tells you that blame and anger are holding you back. Blame takes away your power and gives it to the other person. You have a lot of power, and one way to feel it is by letting your anger go. You don't need to forgive the other person's actions if they really hurt you, but you do need to stop seeing that person as an enemy, because this anger is toxic to you and your body. You know that happy thoughts make your life happy. Well, angry thoughts can bring more anger into your life. The unicorns know that this isn't what you want, so they ask you to give your anger to them, and also to your angels. Being free of anger and blame gives you more power and energy and makes you feel happy. Are you mad at yourself for some reason? If so, this card means that you need to forgive yourself. You can learn from your past and grow much stronger. by letting go of anger toward yourself. You can do this by understanding why you acted as you did. You probably had a good reason for your actions at the time. Now, after thinking about it, you may wish that you had acted differently. But regrets aren't helpful unless they help you learn. Everyone is learning as they go through life, even adults. Do your best to understand this, and you'll be able to let go of anger towards yourself and others. This is what it means to forgive. Right, let me read the laughter card now then. Let's lighten it up a bit. Self-forgiveness is the key. Okay. Especially as I made mention really about the love from your parents and how we can, you know, when you understand why maybe you behaved and chose certain paths, it kind of makes a bit more sense, and then you can really forgive yourself, especially when you realise that everybody is kind of like on that same path as well. We all make decisions, and we can all get very angry with ourselves and other people. Anyway, let's read the laughter card. You've been so serious lately that you're feeling stressed. It's time to lighten up and see the humour in the situation. There's always something to laugh about. Think about it for a minute. What part of your life is like a movie? What parts are funny? Laughing with love is very healing. Sometimes the best way to heal a situation is to step away from it. Can you read a funny book or watch a comedy on TV? Can you get together with friends and tell silly jokes? It feels so good to laugh hard, especially with loved ones. This card asks you to see the humour within each situation and not take life so seriously. You can ease your own stress and that of others with humour and laughter. Learn to feel joy no matter what's happening around you. Laughter and joy are magical because they bring happy situations into your life. Okay, well, it looks like you're looking for some laughter, and it's time to imagine. Okay. And let go of anger, because like it says, you know, happiness will attract more happiness, but then anger will attract more anger. So it's time to forgive. We'll pull a card from the Oracle of Shadows and Light. Okay, let me just clear some space. Holding on way too tight. Holding on to the past. Yeah, I said that with the Emperor energy. He really doesn't really want to let go. Okay. Strangely lonely. Holding on way too tight. About strangely lonely. This sweet and defiant being holds fast to her Celtic cross, clutching her belief system, because without it, she is not sure who she truly is. Perhaps it was given to her by a beloved, perhaps it represents her family, a loved one or aspects of her soul. But the reason she holds on so tight is that she is lonely and has yet to connect with her soul family on a day-to-day basis. There are times in your life when you too may be surrounded by people, even those who you call friends, but you still feel extremely lonely amid it all, as she does. You may feel like you need a barrier between yourself and the world, as she does. There is a sense that you feel too strongly your individuality. Sorry, pussycat coming in and out. There is a sense that you feel too strongly your individuality and that you are lonely as she is too. Okay. Oh, Sorry. Strangely lonely speaks. You are holding on so tightly to something that is proving to be a barrier between you and others, which is why you feel so alone at times. At present, you may need to open up just a little and admit that you crave like-minded people around you. This does not mean people who do the same things for a living as you. It means people who speak to your soul. You're craving metaphysical and mysterious discussions, and you've got some questions that truly need answers. I felt that with that, because it was like you want to speak the truth, but also you want to know the truth, because it's with the Hermit, which means where you go in to find the truth. And so you may already have some, but you want more. You've got questions. You're wanting to have these deep discussions because now maybe you're more aware. Okay, sorry, I'll get back to this. And you've got some questions that truly need answers, or at least an exploration. It's time to consult oracles, the ones that we find when we seek out friends who tell us what they see, not what they think we wish to hear. And what you are likely to hear is that you must let something go. Divination message. One dilemma with living in a world you feel you must protect is that you fear other people intruding on it, disturbing the delicate balance. So you hold on tighter to whatever you have, or whatever you feel makes you you. The truth is, your inner world is richer than most, and it's an imaginative paradise, or hell, depending on your state of mind. When you receive this card, please let go, just a little, and notice how this gives you room to interact and engage with loving others, and this therefore helps you recreate your world anew. It is likely you would choose carefully who you allow in, but at least one person does need to be let in, and at least one security blanket needs to be shown the door just for a moment, or just for the moment. That's it. Wow, that come in perfectly. Okay, let's get you an enchanted map, and then I've got a Mother Mary card here. I'll read that, and then I'm going to be out of here. I feel you. Ride the wave. Okay. Open up, it says, at least to one person, and let one security blanket go. Now, let me look for this book. Card number 14. Right now, success is easy and effortless. Very nice. You can be assured that you're entering a time when you can ride the waves of abundance. The tide has turned, and you can put your surfing skills to the test. Everything that you know, all your talents, coupled with your hopes and dreams, will carry you forward. People and circumstances have come out of the ocean of potential and possibility to take shape in a wave of spectacular activity. Know that you're definitely on the right path. Take that leap of faith. Okay. Let me just get the book for this. Let's finish on a Mother Mary Oracle card and see what the message is here. Didn't take long. Our Lady of the Whispering Heart. I'm not sure if I've ever had this one. It's card number 2, and you're on your way to the Two of Cups, which I believe is this Emperor and Empress energy. So we have Our Lady of the Whispering Heart, card number 2. I'll hold it up. Okay. I want to be close to you, my cherished child, so I dwell within your heart. From that sacred place, I speak to you daily. Can you feel my presence? I am the voice within that assures you all is well. I am the feeling in your heart that tells you it is all right to trust, no matter what appears to be. Sorry. I am the knowing in your heart that every prayer you speak is heard and answered by me instantly. I am the joy and relief in your heart as you realise that your answered prayers are already unfolding in divine perfection. Listen for me and know peace within. The clearest guidance is not always the loudest voice. Sometimes fear and doubt yell, where love and trust speak quietly but consistently from deep within the heart. You are being asked to trust in the truths of your heart, even if they seem quieter than voices of fear from within you or coming from those around you. The truths of the heart cuts through emotional reactions and mental anguish. The heart simply speaks of what is without distortion. When we hear the heart speak, we know in our bones that what is spoken of is true. Hearing the heart truths may necessitate an action that we would rather not take. Perhaps we need to wait for more of the picture to become clear to us, for a way forward to be shown, when we would dearly just love to act and have the whole situation over and done with. Or perhaps the time for action has come, and we can see the invitation to move forward opening up. To accept that invitation may require a deeply saddening goodbye, a great loss or a temporary loneliness, even whilst we may sense the wonder and happiness of that which calls us to move on. Our Lady of the Whispering Heart speaks to us of courage. It's courage at the bottom of the deck. Strength card. Our Lady of the Whispering Heart speaks to us of courage, of trust, and inner knowing. She tells us to trust our inner truths above and beyond any opinion of any other. You will know deep within what needs to happen and when. The details are held in the loving genius of the Divine Mother and revealed through your heart in the perfect way at the perfect time. Excuse me, I'm starting to lose my voice. All you need to do is listen and apply, with patience and trust, the wisdom that is felt from within. If you are finding it hard to hear that wisdom, the Divine Mother says this to you. What would your heart say if it was completely free from fear? This oracle also speaks of an important message that is coming to you now or will very soon. This message is either in answer to a prayer already uttered or an answer to a question you didn't even know that you held within. Pay attention to your heart using the following healing process and affirmation to help connect with this important guidance within. Your world is changing, beloved. You have all the guiding light that you need. You have all the guiding light that you need for this change to be a healing one, even if some sadness is a necessary rite of passage into your greater emerging happiness. Have faith, the Mother is with you, guiding you through your heart always. This oracle has come to remind you of this and to let you know that now, in particular, she is whispering to you, and what you feel in your heart is truth. Okay, it's made mention of the healing process, so I'll have to read it out. It's a bit of a long one. Sit quietly with your hands on your heart. You can have your right hand resting gently over your left hand as it rests at the centre of your chest. Feel tenderness and love for yourself as you allow a gentle smile to soften at the corners of your mouth. Say either quietly in your mind or aloud, whatever my heart feels is sacred emotion. It is fuel for my holy process of change and spiritual growth. I accept it willingly and ask for the Holy Mother's grace and unconditional love to help me hear, honour and respect and respond to my heart's truths now and always. Now imagine that you and your heart are in harmony with each other. Different waves of coloured light flow from your heart and you respond to each wave of colour with love. Imagine just receiving the colours as they flow and acknowledging them with love. The colours may be many or few. This process may take a few seconds or several minutes. Just sit with your heart and allow an exchange of energy. During this time, you may have clear, conscious realizations of inner guidance, which you can neutrally acknowledge and accept with gratitude. You may also have a very subtle experience with not much thought and no words at all, which is perfectly healing in its own way. Stay with and accept whatever your sacred communication is at this time, knowing that you are receiving your heart's intelligence, even if at a subconscious level, and when it is time for it to be known consciously, it will rise to the surface of your awareness. When you are ready, you may like to finish the healing process with this affirmation. The truths of my heart are made clear by Mother Mary's loving grace. She speaks through my heart and I hear her whisper truth. All guidance that I need is with me now. In this I trust, through my own divine nature and her perfect grace, it is so. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Well, that's a bit of a different reading today. Okay. Well, I will catch up with you guys soon. So there's a look at the energy for this weekend. Have a fantastic weekend and we'll catch up soon. Bye for now.